Every famous person, living or dead, real or fictional, can be associated with objects, all kinds of objects. If the object is a kite, you think of Benjamin Franklin. If the object is an apple, you think of William Tell, or Adam, or Sir Isaac Newton. Add another object, an arrow, and you know it's William Tell. That's the game we play. We call it The Object Is. Our players today, Leonard Alexander, an attorney who started on our show yesterday, Nola Joy, who's back for the 5th time. And here's the star of our show, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome once again to The Object Is. We're happy to have you here on a Thursday. This is the game in which we try to identify famous people by associating them with inanimate objects. Our contestants will be competing against each other with the help of this week's guest stars. First of all, a popular comedy star has just been signed by ABC for his own television show, Mr. Stubby Kaye. Stubby, welcome back again. First chair is yours. You'll remember Leonard is returning again from yesterday, Mr. Kaye.
Leonard.
Secondly, let's meet on the distaff side, the very lovely and talented Hollywood star, Miss Joan Caulfield. Joan, welcome back again. We're holding your chair. You're partnered with Nola, our continuing winner, and we'll be back to play our first game of The Object Is in just a minute.
Good morning, girls. This is Sam Levinson.
Hello, this is Kay Ballard.
I'm Joel Gray.
And I'm your host, Dick Clark.
And the name of the game is Missing Links. Brought to you by Rolaids in Handy Roll, a new family-size bottle. By Instant Niagara and New Niagara Spray Starch with SL32. And by Orifix Denture Adhesive. Orifix seals dentures to gums.
Thank you, Johnny, and good morning. I was curious. I'll take a little survey of the panel over here. Starting with you, Joel. What's the most expensive home or abode you've ever heard of?
Oh, I guess that Howard Hughes thing out in...
Mansion-type
yes.
place? Do you know what it cost offhand?
No, I don't.
Kay, what's the most expensive place you've ever heard that people live in?
Live in?
A private residence.
Well, in Texas, there's quite a few.
Well, there's a lady coming this morning that specializes in very unique and unusual homes, one of which costs over $1 million.
Oh, there's one in Texas that costs $4 million.
Well, this is one of the bargain basement type things.
Oh, I know.
Sam, you told a story about tourists yesterday. Have you run into anybody else?
I've been collecting these as the tourists come in. Overheard on the streets of the city as people walk around and stare at all these new buildings going up and everybody hammering. One man said to his wife, "Let's go home and come back to New York when it's finished."
It never will be. That's the problem.
In every civilization, man has searched for the ultimate combination of intelligence and physical ability in one super being. Tonight, you'll witness this unique search. This is the challenge of the Krypton Factor. Name, John Elliott. Age, 24. Hometown, Palm Springs, California. Occupation, chemistry student. Name, Susan Sackett. Age, 37. Hometown, Palm Beach, Florida. Occupation, administrative assistant. Name, Richard Hepp. Age, 24. Hometown, Van Nuys, California. Occupation, plumbing dispatcher. Name, Guy Strickland. Age, 38. Hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. Occupation, school principal. These four people will face each other in the challenge of the Krypton Factor.
Now, Dick Clark.
Oh! Thank you, folks. Thank you very, very much. And welcome and good evening. Tonight, we're going to experience the challenge of the Krypton Factor. It's the ultimate test of mental and physical abilities. You're going to get to know these four exceptional people who'll be challenged to their very limits. The challenger who achieves the highest Krypton Factor moves on to the Krypton Finals and has the opportunity to win a total of $50,000 in gold. The challenge of the Krypton Factor begins now.
From Television City in Hollywood, this is the new $25,000 Pyramid. Today's special guests from Mama's Family, Betty White and Subi Sales. And here is your host, Dick Hart.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Welcome to the new $25,000 pyramid. And my friends, we don't have many more opportunities this week to get together and give a lot of money away, and so I would inspire you, Betty, to set your sights high.
Do it.
And say hello to your new player there. Is it Linda Walters?
Yes.
What do you do, Linda?
I'm in real estate and also a wife and mother.
Of how many?
2 sons, Mikey 4 and Gary, soon to be 16.
Well, they'll be rooting for you, I'm sure. Welcome to the new $25,000 pyramid. And Soupy, you know Penny DeMills. I didn't know, Penny, you had some connection with the Olympics here in Los Angeles.
Well, I've been very active in synchronized swimming as a coach, as an official, and we've finally been elected as a sport for the 84 Olympics.
Terrific.
So synchronized swimming.
We will be all rooting for you in that venture, and we'll give you some good luck thoughts for here, as well as Linda. The winner's circle awaits at $10,000 and $25,000, but depending upon which level the players play. Here are the subjects, and they're all looking at them, so we might as well. We have Bumps in the Night, Never Never Land. Speaking of sports, I See You. Notice that one. We're Hooked and I Don't Need It. And under one of those categories, there is a 7-Eleven card worth approximately $1,100 if you go for it all.
Today is Monday, September 3rd, 1990. Our champion, Doak Ferry, is on his way to an ultimate challenge worth $55,000. This is a photographer's agent, Charlie Horan. And this is an overseas director for a courier service, Tony Carpenter. Doak is the champion. Charlie and Tony, you are the challengers. And here is your master of the challenge, Dick Clark.
Thank you very, very much. And welcome to the challengers on this Labor Day. I hope you've had a good day. This is a new series, as you may know, and I hope you'll be with us for a long, long time. If you caught our sneak preview last week, you know that our champion is Doak Ferry. And on that preview show, Doak won $7,650. Today we're starting off a fresh Doak, and Charlie and Tony will be doing their best to knock you out of that position. Nice people, nothing personal. Any player who wins 3 games in a row will have a shot at our ultimate challenge, which has now grown to $55,000. Now, in just a moment, I'll reveal the categories for our first half of play, but first we'll play the Challenger Sprint for control. Let me explain how it works. You got all my questions right here. I'm going to set the clock for 1 minute. I'm going to fire just as many questions at you as I can come up with, as much as time permits. You'll get $100 for correct answers. We'll take $100 away if you're wrong. And the player with the most money when the time runs out will have the first selection from the category board. And for each of you, we've opened your own personal Citibank Visa account. Every dollar you earn in the game will be deposited to your own personal account, and the money and the benefits that go with that account are yours to keep. Now, if you're all set and ready to go, please set the timer. 1 minute. Step up to the challenge.
From Television City in Hollywood, this is the $100,000 Pyramid. Today's special guests are Teresa Ganzel, and from Hotel, Nathan Cook. Your host is Dick Clark.
Charlie O'Donnell said it. It's the $100,000 Pyramid. Thank you ever so much. We're going to have fun this time around. Oh, such money we will give away. Look at this. Teresa's over there already plotting against the house. In your Christmas outfits, red and green, no less.
Yeah.
Who is this lady? Nancy Kosis?
Yes, that's
Nancy,
right.
what do you do?
I'm a freelance production coordinator. I do catalogs, brochures, things like that. And I'm a mother and a wife and...
Well, I don't think you have enough to do. Come over here in your spare time. Teresa, what do you do in your spare time?
Oh, and I go to the movies, I go out to lunch, I go shopping. I know how to be a lady of leisure, let me tell you.
You're an accomplished professional.
Yes.
Nathan, what are your hobbies?
2 kids.
That's enough. That'll keep you busy as you want to get. Kim Cantner, I possessed Kim to call you Cantner, because there's a famous guy in music called Cantner. You are Kim Cantor.
Right.
I beg your pardon. And you are what, a court reporter?
Court reporter, right.
Is that tough?
Yeah, it's not easy.
There's an awful lot rides on what you tap out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just about everything.
So the subject at hand?
Right.
How much money have you won here?
Around 7,000, I'm not sure exactly.
You didn't have it written down there. 7,400 to be exact. And Kim and Nancy, winner's circle awaits you. These are the subjects. I'm waiting. Oilsville, the assembly room, sunrise, sunset. Just between us, happy hours. The Mystery 7 plays in the second half of the game. We all know the 7-Eleven comes up shortly. And Teresa, where do you think it is?
From the Golden Palace, I'm Betty White.
From Studs, I'm Mark DiCarlo.
From Baywatch, I'm Nicole Eggert.
From Batman and the new Danger Theater, I'm Adam West.
From the Howard Stern Show, I'm Robin Quivers, here to play the game that's the star of every party, Scattergories.
And here's the guy who keeps us all in line, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much. Oh, here we go. This is Scattergories, and we welcome you here. I hope you'll hang in for the next half hour. You've met the stars who'll be helping us play the game. Let's meet the players, and who we got as champions here? Ladies, I can't be too impressive, though. How much have you won?
7,500, is it?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought it was only 900. What happened over the weekend? Did you go out and win some more?
Oh, we wish.
It was Friday. You had $7,500.
We wouldn't forget something like that.
Well, I did. I'm glad you remembered. Robin Sullivan, would you please introduce us once again to your friends?
Hi, I'm Dick Clark, and welcome to It Takes Two, the game where every answer is a number, and they always average out in the end. And you got to excuse me with these eyeglasses. I have a little trouble with my vision lately. I'm seeing double all the time. Every now and again, I turn around and I'll see two of something and two of... It's happening again. It's happening. No, I know these. Welcome, ladies. Nice to have you here. These are the stars of the television series Sister, Tia and Tamara. And you are the Maoris.
Hello, Mr. Clark.
It's nice to have you here. I want to find out who's older in a little bit. Now, couples, here is your first question. There are 260 million people in the United States, but how many sets of twins are there? How many sets of twins? And these are the couples who are going to play the game today, ladies. Separate, if you will, please. Don't look at one another back to back. And you're going to be answering that question independent of one another. The average will come up here and get the answers together, and the couples who come the closest will be considered the correct answer, whether it's higher or lower. Tia and Tamara. Tia and Tamara. All right, who is older?
I am.
All right, hold on. We're going to come back in a second. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, here's the man who has all the numbers.
With the Maori twins from TV Sister and Sister, and a moment ago I asked the question, but is it fun being twins, really?
Oh, yes.
Is there any bad side of it?
Not really, not in our case.
How come you don't dress alike? Is that the thing you don't do?
Well, no, we dressed alike all the way up till we were 17, and we're 18 now.
Oh, you're getting...
We think it's cool. Yeah.
You're getting on in years, I can tell. It was a vintage year, I remember it well. How many sets of twins are there in the United States? That's the question I asked. They have written down their answers here. Let's see what their averages are.
Now, a biggest game show ever hit prime time. Winning Lines. And here's your host, Dick Clark.
Nice to you. Welcome. So glad you're all here.
I have a feeling somebody's going to win a lot of money this time around. Hello and welcome to Winning Lines, where one of these 49 lucky people is going to face the Wonderwall and a chance to win $1 million. Yes. First of all, let's meet our players.
In America. And now our host, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome to the second edition of the Challenge of the Child Geniuses. Tonight, we're going to crown another winner who will leave here with lots of prizes, including $150,000 trust fund. In total, our kids will be competing for cash and prizes worth over $300,000. Now, we went all over the country to find the smartest kids aged 10 to 12. And then we tested them until we narrowed the field to 40 of the best and the brightest. These kids, they're truly gifted. Some of them have IQs as high as 190. Let's meet them now.